But before we move on, I want to double click on something you said about the source of your information, because I have
Hmm.
said that time and time again. I was the one who took Vivek into the Southside of Chicago, something Republicans don't do at all. But it was amazing, right? Because you and I know Black people are not little unicorns, right? We
Right.
want the same thing that everyone else want, right? But taking Vivek into the Southside of Chicago, standing room only. I made sure we didn't bus people into that event. It was the people who primarily live on the South Side and who want something better for their community. So we bring
Hmm.
them in. And so it wasn't just that, but even when I was in my 2022 campaign, I was specifically, although I was in a Republican primary, I still went into predominantly Black communities and spoke primarily to Black men. And I could see Black men specifically was ready for something different than
Hmm.
the Democrat Party. But then now listening to a number of Black people as they're waking up from their slumber with the Democrat Party, and they're watching Democrats dump illegals into their already unstable community, giving them all kinds of resources. So, and I began to vocalize, and I believe that it's true, that I believe Black people are open to voting anything other than Republican. And specifically, I think they're open to voting for Republicans, but I don't
Hmm.
know if they're ready. I believe they're open to the idea, but I don't know if they're ready to walk into that voting booth and to pull that lever for a Republican. And the reason why I say I don't believe they're ready is because, to your point, if your only diet is CNN and MSNBC and Don Lemon, and all you hear is that Republicans are racist, Republicans hate you, Republicans are, trying to accost you, trying to hurt you, trying to harm you, it makes them, if that's your only source of information, I understand why Black people may be open to the idea of voting something other than Democrat, but not necessarily ready to run in there and vote Republican. What do you think we in the Republican Party? I think I know what they need to do, but I'm curious to hear what it is you believe that we need to do. And do you even agree with me?
Yeah, for the most part, I agree with what you're saying. I think there are more people who are, I would say, dissatisfied with the political landscape. I think a lot of people who don't necessarily want a rematch between some of the oldest people to run for office. Um, you know, I think that there's great voter apathy that's happening. Um, and I don't know if either party is aware of what is happening, like at its core, that there are a lot of people who just rather sit on the sidelines because they're like, what's the point? What's the difference between the two?
Bravo. Adam, I agree with you. I